It's great to create, and it's time to celebrate your creativity with your mate. It's great to create.
Thank you very much for joining me, and today we're going to read my second picture book, which is called Rhyme Crime. Once upon a time, a thief committed a crime. Everything he stole was replaced with a rhyme. Hammy's brand new hat was swapped for a cat. Oh no. Look, here comes the hand again. Gumpop's lovely head became a slice of bread. Oh, crumbs! Arnie's comfy chair was switched for a... What's it going to be switched for? The chair is going to be switched for a bear. Yikes! Tootle's loyal dog, who's had a little bit of an accident, was taken for a log. Bark, 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 bark. Moo Moo's fancy clogs were swapped for some frogs. We're slippy, not slippers. Oh. Poor little froggies. This thief is really on a stealing rampage. Look at the hand now. Gertie's pretty house was now a giant. Can you guess what it's going to be? Mouse. Eek. Do you have some cheese? Mice like cheese. Ooh. Marlowe's happy smile. There's Marlowe. Look at his big smile. Became a crocodile. Dingle's mighty sneeze. Achoo! Was swapped for stinky cheese. Oh. Go. And here's the mouse. Did someone say cheese? I like cheese. It looks very lovely. Uh-oh, look at that lovely cake. Blue's yummy cake was taken for a... What could it be taken for? Lovely cake. A snake! I'd much rather have a cake than a snake. sleepy boomer's brain was switched for a train. Toot toot. What's going on? What's going on? The thief took Tumble's orange. A lovely orange. And swapped it with a splorange? That doesn't seem to work. Smorange, morange, florange, warange, gorange, zorange? These don't seem to rhyme at all. Borange, dorange, porrange? There's the thief. Is this the end of the tale? The thief was taken to jail. Oh, what terrible luck. I'm truly stuck. Look, the thief is now finally in jail. He's trapped inside. But wait. But by the next day, the thief had run away. How did the thief escape? Do you know? Have a good look. How do you think the thief escaped? Well, what's the thief got in his hand? And what is this? There's another clue here. His bare foot. See if you can work out how the thief escaped from jail. The end. There's the thief getting away. He seems to have done one last crime. That's a goat. And that, yes, what is that? And that is rhyme crime. Maybe you can work out some rhyme crimes of your own. Make up your own. You can make up your own rhyme crime game. You can have different objects at home and see if you could swap them for other objects, if you like. And we could draw the rhyme crimer, the criminal. The criminal starts off with a semicircle. That is a semicircle. And once you've drawn that, we're going to draw, that's going to be their head. We're going to draw the body of the criminal, of the rhyme crimer. And that is just a rectangle. We're going to draw all the way down, and then we're going to join it up at the bottom. We're going to put the ears in, and they're just two circles, a bit like a mouse. I'm going to draw those at the top of the head like that. Now we have to add in their eyes. So we're going to draw two sort of egg shapes, more than circles, in the middle of the head. Like that. And depending on where we put the pupils, it will show you where the criminal is looking. So I'm going to put them high up like that. It's like looking above. All right, now we'll draw the legs. Now, when I draw legs, I always draw like an L shape. So you can start off with just stick legs. That's pretty straightforward and easy. But then what we're going to do is we will add a line around to make them a little bit thicker. So starting at the toes, we're going to draw back around and then up. And that's how we make the boots. So I'll try that again. Starting at the toe, because he's got pointy toes, we're going to come down and then up. Now, because it's a criminal, needs to wear a mask. So we're going to draw the mask, and the mask goes behind the eyes, and it's just a straight line. So we're going to go there and there. And then we're going to do the top bit of the mask, like that, and like that. Now no one will recognize him because of wearing a mask. The criminal wears stripy top. So we're just going to draw the straight lines across the body. It kind of doesn't matter how many lines you draw. Just a few, whatever feels right. And then the very first line from the head, I like to colour that one in black. So we have a contrast between the head and the body. So now you're going to do them alternates. So that one will be coloured in, this one will be coloured in, and this one will be coloured in. So I'm going to colour those in, just kind of quick. I'm also going to colour in the mask. Now we've got to finish off the boots. So I draw a couple of lines and then I colour this bit in. So this is the leg, this is the sock, and that is the boot. And we know the sock is very important. Now we should give the criminal a mouth. And you can draw any expression you want. I'm going to draw a little smile. So for the wibbly-wobbly arms, we need some wibbly-wobbly lines. And you might want to think about where you want them to go. Maybe you want them down here, or you want them up here. I'm going to draw them coming down here. So I'm just going to pick a point in the middle of the body, and then I'm going to draw like a wibbly shape like that. And then I'm just going to copy that line all the way back to the body. And now I have to add in the fingers. Now you can do this any way you want. I'm going to start at this point, I'm going to work my way around, and I'm going to end up back at that point. So I'm going to draw like a little sausage, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do like a thumb like that. And now we have to think of something that the criminal might be stealing. And that can be anything you want. And maybe it's got a rhyme. So maybe he is going to be stealing a rose. What rhymes with rose? Yep, it's a nose. Not really sure that looks like a nose, but hey, it's okay. Maybe we can draw someone down here. Not very happy. And you can colour in the hands, and they can be whatever you like. Oh, I'm going to swap a nose for a rose. thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed the drawing element. One last person wants to say goodbye. Bergsy says bye. See you soon. Bye.